Accident at ArcelorMittal Temirtau. Extension of anti-dumping measures against the business of Kolomsky and Bogolyubov. Metal Week in Moscow. This and other metal market news in the weekly review of Metal News. The program is created with the technical support of the Tech Energoprom Group. At the metallurgical plant ArcelorMittal Temirtau, there was the largest accident for the entire time of the enterprise. The call to the city administration for emergency situations arrived at 19:53. The fire engines, arriving at the site, worked to cool the gas pipelines in which the gas was burning. The valves had already been shut off. As explained by the head of the Temirtau Emergency Response Department of the Temirtau city, Colonel Arman Alpysbayev, the explosion occurred in the area of a converter workshop. A piece of the exploded duct broke the wall, resulting in a 64-ton bridge crane. The crane operator went down from the crane 7 minutes before the explosion. The situation is very serious. The plant has almost completely shut down its manufacture, or the production is working on a quiet run. The scale of damage is not global but very serious. Damaged gas and air ducts are the communications. The explosion was so strong that fragments of pipelines scattered up to 200 meters. At the same distance, lamp post bent. 3 persons injured. They were hurt when they walked through the covered passage. It's too early to talk about versions, but most likely the oxygen pipeline first exploded, possibly due to a sharp pressure jump. Following was damaged gas pipeline liquefied gas, and torch burning was already a consequence of the first explosion. A number of contacts were fixed on the pig iron export market in the CIS, while suppliers could not achieve a price increase. In mid-November, raw materials in the basins of the Black and Baltic Seas continued to be quoted at $355 to $365 per ton FOB and $380 to $385 per ton FOB respectively. American companies acquired several shipments of pig iron from Russia and Ukraine in the first half of this month. Deals were concluded at $385 to $390 per ton CFR. Prices have not increased, the demand for pig iron is low. One seller accepted this level, another followed it, the rest had no choice, the market participant commented. In Italy, pig iron from Ukraine was sold at a price just below $390 per ton CFR. Thus, the price remained in the same range, $385 to $390 per ton CFR. Now we can say that the difference between the quotes of pig iron and steel scrap has become reasonable, said the trader. In Western Europe, the sale of pig iron from Russia was closed at $385 per ton FOB. In Turkey, the procurement of pig iron was not reported. Indicators of raw materials from the CIS countries have not changed, $385 per ton CFR. The hot-rolled steel market is unfavorable, therefore pig iron should be more expensive than scrap by no more than $20 per ton, said a representative of one of the Turkish factories. United States International Trade Commission extended anti-dumping duties in respect of the import of silicon manganese, which origin is from Ukraine and China. It is also known that it was the fourth full 5-year revision of anti-dumping duties for silicon manganese from Ukraine imposed by United States in 1994. In November 2012, after the third full 5-year revision, the anti-dumping duties in the amount of 163% on imports of ferrosilicon manganese produced by the Nikopol, Zaporizhzhia and Stahana ferroalloy plants, which are controlled by Privat. From 13 to 18 November 2018, the international exhibition Metal Expo 2018 was held. Moscow has become a center of attraction for Russian and foreign metallurgists, as well as consumers of metal products from the construction industry, mechanical engineering, the fuel and energy complex, transport and logistics, and metal trading companies. Large-scale expositions at Metal Expo 2018 were presented by leading metallurgical, trading and engineering companies, as well as manufacturers of metal structures and metal products. Metal Expo is a landmark event for Russian metallurgists and their foreign colleagues. For 4 days, you can scan the state of the metallurgical and related industries, get acquainted with the marketing strategies of leading players. The high concentration of counterparties at one time in one place allowed to effectively conduct negotiations on all relevant issues. You have watched the weekly review of Metal News. Your subscription to the channel and clicking on the bell will allow you to be aware of the main events of the total metal market every week.